A bone-chilling wind whistles through the trees, setting the stage for what's to come. Our journey begins here, in a place where the everyday is draped in the cloak of the uncanny. A place where the familiar becomes eerie, and the air itself seems to whisper veiled threats. As we walk this spectral path together, you might feel that prickle on the back of your neck, that shiver down your spine. It's the feeling of your comfort zone receding, of stepping into the unknown. This is not a tale for the faint of heart. It's a tale of shadows and secrets, of things that lurk just out of sight. It's a tale that will challenge your perceptions, that will make you question what you thought you knew. So brace yourself. As we delve into this tale, prepare yourself for the macabre and the unexpected. Our tale begins in a quiet, seemingly peaceful town. Nestled in the heart of a verdant valley, this town is a picture of tranquility. It's the sort of place where everyone knows everyone, where laughter echoes down the cobblestone streets and children's playful shouts fill the air. The old clock tower stands as a silent guardian, its hands marking time in unhurried ticks and tocks. The townsfolk, a collection of warm smiles and friendly nods, go about their daily routines, blissfully unaware of the shroud of serenity that hangs over them. Imagine a leisurely Sunday afternoon where the most exciting event is the weekly farmers' market. The kind of calm that's so profound it's almost eerie. A calm that whispers of an impending storm, hinting at a horror that's about to unfold. A calm that hides the unseen, the unspoken. But beneath this calm facade, a sinister secret lurks. One by one, the townsfolk start to disappear without a trace. The once quiet town was now a hive of fear and mystery. The air was heavy with unanswered questions, the silence punctuated by the echoes of the absent. The first was Old Man Jenkins, the town's beloved baker. He was last seen kneading dough in the early morning light, a daily ritual as reliable as the sunrise itself. But when the sun set, Jenkins was nowhere to be found, and his bakery remained eerily silent. Next was Sarah, the schoolteacher. Known for her punctuality, when she didn't show up for the morning assembly, the alarm bells began to ring. Her house was untouched, her car parked in the driveway, but Sarah herself was missing. And then there was young Timmy, a freckled boy with a penchant for adventure. He was playing by the creek one afternoon, his laughter filling the air. But as twilight fell, his laughter faded to an unsettling silence. His toys were still there, his footprints by the creek, but of Timmy there was no sign. Each disappearance left the town in a deeper state of shock. The streets that were once filled with familiar faces and laughter now stood empty and silent. The very fabric of the community began to fray as fear took hold. No one knew who would be next or why this was happening. Theories started to swirl: a serial kidnapper, a beast from the woods, or perhaps something even more sinister. Parents held their children a little tighter, friends checked in on each other more frequently, and a curfew was imposed. The town was no longer a place of peace, but a place of paranoia. The once bustling market was now deserted, the park where children used to play was eerily silent, and the laughter that once filled the air was replaced with whispers of fear. The town was now held captive by an unseen terror. Each day brought a new dawn, but also a new disappearance, a new mystery to unravel, and a new fear to face. An investigation begins, but the answers seem as elusive as the vanishing townsfolk. As the sun rises on yet another day in this quiet town, the eerie silence is broken only by the whispers of the wind and the hushed discussions of the investigation team. A shroud of mystery has descended upon this once peaceful place, and beneath it, an intricate puzzle of disappearances waits to be solved. Local law enforcement with furrowed brows and tired eyes tirelessly scour the town for clues. Streets are combed, houses are searched, and the surrounding woods echo with the calls of officers, their voices swallowed by the dense foliage. Yet every lead seems to turn into a dead end. Every clue only deepens the mystery. The lack of evidence is unsettling. It's as if the missing townsfolk have vanished into thin air, leaving behind only the faintest traces of their existence. With the investigation hitting a wall, the town calls upon external help. Experienced detectives and forensic experts descend upon the town, their arrival a beacon of hope amidst the despair. Yet even their seasoned eyes struggle to piece together the puzzle. Frustration builds as the days roll into nights and weeks, the mystery remaining as impenetrable as ever. The townspeople watch, their hearts heavy with growing dread. Paranoia begins to seep into their minds, tainting their every thought, their every conversation. The laughter and joy that once filled the town square are now replaced by hushed whispers and fearful glances. The once tight-knit community is slowly unraveling, the bonds of trust fraying under the weight of the unknown. As they watch the investigation team pack up for another day, their faces etched with the weariness of a battle fought and lost, a chilling realization dawns upon the townsfolk. They are no closer to finding their missing loved ones than they were when this nightmare began. The mystery remains unsolved, the fear remains unquelled, and the town remains haunted by the unknown. With every passing day, the town's hope began to fade. In the heart of despair, the horrifying truth began to unravel. The secret that the town had been dreading was more terrifying than anyone could have anticipated. The whispers of suspicion, the unspoken fears, they had all been leading to this moment. The disappearances were not random, nor were they mere coincidences. They were part of a chilling, calculated design, a sinister plot that had been lurking in the shadows. As the truth unfurled, a collective gasp echoed across the town. The realization was like a cold wind cutting through the silence, leaving a trail of goosebumps in its wake. The townsfolk were petrified, their faces pale and their hearts pounding. The horrifying reality was too much to bear, and the echoes of disbelief resonated through the once bustling streets, now hushed and eerie. The disappearances, they discovered, were the work of a monstrous entity, an unseen terror that lurked in the darkest corners of their town. It was an ominous presence that had been silently feeding off their fears, growing stronger with each passing day. The townsfolk were its prey, and they had been living unknowingly in its hunting grounds. The revelation struck like a thunderbolt, shattering their sense of safety, their peace of mind. The town was no longer a sanctuary, but a trap, a chilling maze with an unseen predator at its center. Every creak in the night, every rustle in the wind was now a potential threat, a reminder of the lurking terror. This once peaceful town, with its picturesque landscapes and friendly faces, was now tainted with an unspeakable horror. Its innocence was lost, replaced by a lingering terror that turned every shadow into a potential menace. The townsfolk were no longer just neighbors, they were survivors bound together by a shared nightmare, living in a world where the unimaginable had become their reality. The once peaceful town was now a place of nightmares. The town was forever changed, its innocence lost. The aftermath of such a harrowing revelation sent shockwaves through the quiet community, leaving its residents grappling with a new, unsettling reality. It was as if the town itself had woken from a deep slumber, only to find a nightmare had come to life in its midst. The once serene streets, where children used to play in the warm glow of the setting sun, were now shrouded in an eerie silence, a haunting echo of the horrors that had unfolded. The townsfolk, once a jovial and tight-knit community, were now plagued by a lingering fear that clung to them like a shadow, casting a dark pallor over their everyday life. They moved through their days with a wary eye and a cautious step, the echoes of laughter and merriment replaced by hushed whispers and anxious glances. The revelation had not only unveiled a chilling truth, but it had also ripped open an old wound, leaving a scar on the town's soul that would perhaps never fully heal. The once vibrant town square, the heart of the community, now stood as a stark reminder of the terror that had gripped them. Yet in the midst of the fear and the uncertainty, the town found a strange sense of unity. The shared experience, as horrific as it was, had brought them closer together. They stood as one, united in their resolve to not let the darkness overshadow the light that still flickered within them. As time wore on, life in the town slowly began to regain some semblance of normality. The children returned to their games, the markets bustled again, and the laughter, although hesitant, found its way back. But the memories remained, a chilling reminder of the thin line that separates tranquility from terror. And so ends our tale, leaving us with a chilling reminder of the thin line between tranquility and terror.